Supermorpheus community we started about 3 years ago with a very specific philosophy and purpose in mind to attract people who are looking to build startups or looking to help build startups from a what we call as a consciousness oriented way, right? Briefly, what we mean by this is people who are not building startup just for themselves to become big and successful, but they want to build it for everybody. So they want to take the team along, they want to work with their customer, they want to succeed, and they want to share the success and happiness with everybody else. So that's sort of what we call. So the community has attracted over 3 years about 1,200 members, and that's where we are right now. So basically, this whole idea of consciousness oriented startup is a new idea, was a very new idea even for us 3 years ago. So as we are going about co-building many startups with the community, we are all learning about it. And every now and then, either in a community WhatsApp group or in a one-on-one conversation with the team, we do end up discussing specifics about, let's say, how do you do your marketing in a conscious oriented way? How do you think of original ideas, right? So two things happened. One, we saw ourselves repeating some of these things to different people, right? Two, we saw that sometimes the discussions in the community can happen very short. They may not, but the topics may be important enough that they probably need a longer conversation, right? So we thought that can we sort of take up different topics as they emerge and do a podcast with just justice to the topic, sometimes maybe do multiple episodes, right? So we will be able to deep dive into a topic particularly. Two, the same recording can be shared with all of the community, all the other people on the internet who are interested in the podcast, because we are very aware that the reason why we never did a podcast so far, right? Everybody was doing podcasts, right? Because we always felt there is a lot out there already, right? But this was the time we felt we have something unique to say. We have probably grown enough in 3 years, and we also have the time and bandwidth to hopefully do justice to it. The first topic which we have taken up is what we call as the culture of originality. Right? So how can an organization be built where the culture of organization, the way they solve problems, the way they come up with new idea is all based on their original insights that come from within the team itself, and not sort of second-hand things which people gather. Because one has seen traditionally original insights are the one who create powerful stuff. That is the first topic. Second topic has not been chosen, but one of the lines which we recently heard, we touched us as a team, that we met an entrepreneur in Chandigarh, who we didn't know before. He was an education entrepreneur, and he said that as an entrepreneur, I feel my duty or my job is to fulfill the dreams of my students. And he said, if I can fulfill the dream of my students and my customers and my team, my own dreams will get fulfilled by itself. So we think that's a very beautiful way of looking at, as an entrepreneur, do I enjoy fulfilling the dreams of my customers? If that happens, so that is something which might unpack. More than that, we'll probably also try and interview some entrepreneurs who have been taking this approach called conscious orientation. And what does this approach mean? How do you mystify it? How do you live it? And many more things which emerge. Also, I would request everybody who is going to be watching the podcast to, be open to give us your comments and feedback and share how can we improve, what are the questions, what topics, which might be of interest to you, so that we can sort of collaboratively evolve series and learn together.